All right, in this video, we're going to talk about Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and the fact that it's reported that their July 24th fight has been postponed due to COVID or some shenanigans on the part of Tyson Fury's team. I'm not sure which one, but let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's trilogy fight that Tyson Fury had tried his absolute best to get out of. And now it appears that he's going to at least get a reprieve from the fight for a little while because there has been an outbreak of COVID in his camp. Now, before we get in and discuss this, please make sure to hit the like button, hit the share button, and also make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed. It really does help the channel grow, and we do visit videos daily, so plenty of content up here for you to watch about boxing, whether you love what I have to say about it or whether you hate what I have to say about it. In this particular video, there's going to be some people that are going to hate what I have to say about Tyson Fury because I ain't buying it, man. Tyson Fury and the reason I'm not buying it is because it's Tyson Fury, and I refuse to buy anything related to Tyson Fury because, in my opinion, Tyson Fury should not even be fighting in the sport of boxing anymore. The guy has absolutely no moral compass whatsoever. So I was on Twitter today, and a report came out that said it was released by ESPN that said most likely that the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is going to be postponed because of an outbreak of COVID in Tyson Fury's camp. Now, here's my thing: if it's not an outbreak of COVID because Tyson Fury has COVID, then what difference does it make? Whoever it is, get him away from Tyson Fury. Put Tyson Fury in his little bubble that he'll stay in until the fight happens, and then let the fight happen. If Tyson Fury himself is not suffering from COVID-19, then I don't want to hear it just because his trainer got it or something. But anyway, we'll see if this fight gets postponed or not. I'm sure they'll make an official announcement soon. As of right now, it's just most likely that it'll be postponed, and I can only assume that likely be postponed would have to do with whether or not it is Tyson Fury that has COVID or not. Because I'm telling you, I don't believe Tyson Fury wants this fight at all, and it's not hard to understand why I would believe that. Tyson Fury tried his best to get out of this fight off the lamest of excuses. If you do not recall what that lame excuse was, Deontay Wilder called Tyson Fury out for cheating. Flat out called him out, said he thinks that he had loaded gloves, he thinks that he tampered with his water, and there might have been some other things in there. Also, Mark Breland wasn't allowed to throw in the towel. Regardless, whatever it was, those were the things that Deontay Wilder said about Tyson Fury. So what does Tyson Fury do? He acts like somebody who didn't just get done beating Deontay Wilder and says, "Oh, boo-hoo, my feelings are hurt. I can't have this fight now." And he tries to get out of the fight by not claiming that Deontay Wilder hurt his little boo-boo feelings by telling the truth about him, but that the contract had expired. Right? That's why I'm saying I don't believe anything that comes out of Tyson Fury's mouth, none of it. If Tyson Fury says people in his camp have COVID, I want to see the tests, and I also want to see the test that's run again on Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is the one that is contracted to fight, not his camp. And if there's certain members of his camp that can't be there while he's training, oh, too bad, so sad. Go find yourself another trainer to get in there and train you for the fight. You're the greatest heavyweight ever, right? Greater than Muhammad Ali. It shouldn't matter what member of your team can't be there for the fight. But I digress. The reason, and again, it's why I can't trust this guy. He lied about why he was going to get out of the fight against Deontay Wilder after the first fight. Well, actually, what did he do? He pulled out of it. This will be the third time that he pulled out of the fight, as I think, because the first time that he pulled out of the fight was between the first and the second fight, where they were supposed to have the fight, and he delayed it and postponed it, right, until he could get Bob Arum and Top Rank involved in it. So that's the first time that he delayed it. The second time was after the second fight, where he claimed that the contract had expired, even though he and Bob Arum were the reason that the fight didn't happen. The fight was originally, I guess the contract said that it was supposed to happen by October, but when October came around, Bob Arum and Top Rank went to Deontay Wilder and said, oh, ESPN doesn't want to have the fight during this time because it's, COVID is going on, so we're going to need to delay the fight. So after Bob Arum and these guys delay the fight, they then turn around and say, oh, the contract expired, right? Even though they were the reason that the contract expired. So now you have a third time in which they're trying to delay a fight. And this is, you can actually go back to other people that didn't get rematches from Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko, right? It's just, the guy is absolutely ridiculous. And so I'm telling you, I will have to see it. I will see, I'll believe it when I actually see this guy's, actually see his COVID results. Because what I think he's trying to do is he's trying to get another, throw Deontay Wilder off. Deontay Wilder's in training camp, ready for a fight that's going to be supposed to take place July 24th. This is 3 weeks before, a little less than about 3 weeks before the fight. So now he has to stop his training camp, then go and stop training, or he can keep training all the way through and risk overtraining for the fight. This is the type of nonsense that Tyson Fury will do. The guy is just somebody that you cannot trust as far as you can throw a building, and him trying to postpone this fight is highly predictable. And there was a fight, in fact, there was a video that I did yesterday, and it was a quote of something that came out on an interview between 78 Sports TV and Deontay Wilder, where Deontay Wilder said, absolutely, these guys are trying to think of another way to cheat for this fight. And he's like, what are you going to do? You couldn't beat me last time when you had loaded gloves. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care who's watching this doggone video. That guy cheated in that fight, and he cheated in multiple ways. But Deontay Wilder was ready for him to cheat again. And what better way to try to cheat than to try to throw off the whole event by saying, oh, we can't have the fight for another month because my step cousin who's in my camp came up with COVID. I couldn't care less. They need to make this fight if it's anybody other than Tyson Fury. But that's what you get when you deal with people, and this is the only thing that I blame Deontay Wilder with. But it's hard to blame him. Dealing with a guy like Tyson Fury, it's hard it's hard. As wild as this guy is and is absolutely devoid of morals, it's hard to believe that this guy would do all this nonsense. But he does it. Anyway, that's my take on the issue. I think that more than likely this is a ploy by Tyson Fury. Unless Tyson Fury himself has COVID, there's no reason to stop that fight whatsoever. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.